Hi everyone and welcome to 1/6 Figure Focus, and in this video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the INART Superman. Let's get started. Okay folks, here we have a very exciting figure, the INART Superman. This again, like the INART Batman, this figure has no business being this good. I knew I'd like it, but my god, the last two, all the INART figures I have, to be honest, I knew I'd like them, but when I got them in hand, they were just, I liked them a lot more than expected, particularly this Superman and the INART Batman, the most recent two I've got. So you've got the red box, obviously, with the plastic cover that slips off to reveal the normal red box. And then this is magnetic, you open it up. And then there's two layers in this one. The first layer, well actually we haven't got to the first layer yet, but this is just that before we get to the first layer where the figure is, you've got these four pieces in just a piece of plastic. You have the user manual, which you probably will need. Apologies for quick interruption to this video. If you're watching this video right now, hit the like button and more importantly, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me grow the channel and the support is greatly appreciated. Back to the video. You've got the kind of INART letter that says, you know, thanks for buying our product. A bit of details on the code and stuff. I think this is the silver series. They kind of grade their releases in terms of precious metals. And then this is nice, a little kind of it's like a ticket stub, like a cinema stub, very kind of a classy touch. They do this with all their figures, at least the ones that I've got so far. So the packaging definitely feels premium. The box, like, you know, you've got the outer INART kind of grey shipper box, and then you've got that plastic red cover that's going to see through, and then of course the red box, which is magnetic. So, and then of course you have the foams. There's two different layers. This is the first layer. I've obviously removed the figure. And you've got the angry sculpt, you've got all these swap out hands, 12 hands in total, 6 different pairs, and there you have the kryptonite spirit. Now I will actually show you all this stuff, of course. The next layer below, then you've got a few different things. There's the cape. That's the drape cape there. Now it comes with the drape cape installed, but I've swapped it out for the wired or dynamic cape because I'm having so much fun with it. It's just incredible. This here is the translucent flight pole, which yeah, I'll show you later on. The space there was obviously for the magnetic base. You got the cowl, the kryptonite, and then the Polaroids, and then there's actually a little kryptonite gas canister, which I'll show you later on as well. Right, so this is everything it comes with. You have the box in the background, minus the plastic slip cover and the art box, obviously, and here you have him posed. Now, if you're hoping that I'm going to pose this guy in several different ways, no, I got this guy into this pose. I swapped out the cape. Thankfully, I didn't have any issues swapping out the cape. I know other people's did. I think the problem is there's two little pegs that go into the holes and you can pop them out, but I think the peg is actually slipping behind part inside in the cavity inside in the shoulders, and it's slipping behind that, making it hard to put out. But mine popped out easily, and I put in the wired cape and I posed it up and haven't looked back. So I'm showing you everything here he comes with. So let's just appreciate this head sculpt here. I think the likeness to Henry Cavill's I think the likeness to Henry Cavill here is quite strong. I think it's not a perfect head sculpt. I think I'd probably give it a solid 8 or a 9. I don't think it's a 10 out of 10. It's not like a mind-blowing head sculpt, but it's nearly there. There's no doubt it looks like Henry Cavill. Of course, you got the separate rolling eyeballs function and all that. There's no question, the likeness is there. It's a great sculpt. I'd say I'd probably give it about a 9 out of 10. The suit, I've always loved this suit. Henry Cavill is my Superman, really, and I've always loved this suit, that it's a bit darker. I love the chainmail look. I like the exclusion of the red briefs because, look, hate me if you want, but I always found that quite silly. Boots look great, and I quite like the simple magnetic base. Yeah, and then even the hands there. I have not swapped out the hands, and I won't be swapping off the hands because I literally posed them up here and I was like, you know what? That's the pose I want them on the shelf for the next few months. and the relaxed hands suited the pose. I just had to swap out the drape cape for the wired cape. So look, that's the only pose you're going to see here, and I won't be swapping out those hands, but I have heard the swapping out the hands is quite challenging. So yeah, I will eventually. I might do a short and return if I want to swap out the hands and have them holding the spear or something like that. But anyway, 12 hands in total. So you've got the relaxed hands that I have them with. You have got a pair of fisted hands and then a pair of kind of open hands there. Then there's kind of I think there's two different hands. Which ones are these? These ones. Oh, these are the ones for holding the Polaroids. Very, very creepy accessory comes with the Polaroids of Martha tied up and stuff like that from the movie. And you have like the left and the right, and they're just like kind of pierced together like that, so you can hold the Polaroids. Really got I think they've got the body proportions very well. Definitely better than the Justice League Superman that I had. I think his quads were too big and his hands were very awkward. Arms put them down to the side. So yeah, there's a magnetic hand there as well. I'm just about to pick it up there. So that's for holding the cowl. Yeah, so like I said, there's the relaxed hands he has on him, kind of open hands, fisted hands, hands for holding the Polaroids, hands for holding the kryptonite spear, and then of course hand for the magnetic hand for holding this cowl. Which yeah, look, sorry, I should have taken off the plastic there, but yeah, it's just I'm not going to pose him with that for the time being. I might actually revisit this figure later on down the road if and when I want to repose it, and if I do a repose maybe with, I don't know, with the drape cape and this particular sculpt and the kryptonite and the kryptonite spear. A lot of people prefer this angry sculpt. I think it's pretty good. But I have to say I prefer the neutral sculpt. But when if and when I swap it out, actually I think I'd still keep the wired cape if I swapped it out and put in this angry sculpt. I'd have him with the spear as well. Maybe pose him up with the armored Batman or something like that. Yeah, this sculpt looks pretty good though. It's very easy to swap out these head sculpts as well. And then you have these Polaroids. You get a bunch of these Polaroids here. And of course, very strange. Lex Luthor obviously had these Polaroids. Takes these Polaroids of Martha when she is held captive and kind of uses that to blackmail Superman into going and fighting Batman and stuff like that. Not too impressed by the lump of kryptonite, to be honest. Like, these things should probably light up. INART don't seem too enamored about making things light up. But I do think that these things should light up. Then of course you have that flight pole. Just moving this for the cover now as well, just so you can see it. I haven't actually posed them up with this, but what happens is the base, there's a piece of rock on the base, you pop that out. This end sticks into his back. You've got to zip down the back of the suit behind the cape, and then remove that rock base that is at the back of the magnetic stand, and then it just pops in there. Yeah, quite good though. And it's nice as well the way it's straight, because I remember the Justice League one, there was always the cape used to hang back on that dynamic pole and just it would make him look like he had a hump in his cape. But yeah, that's pretty much everything it comes with. The 12 hands in total, a angry head sculpt, a kryptonite spear, a lump of kryptonite, this kryptonite gas canister, which obviously Batman uses to take him down and stun him, the kryptonite spear, wired cape, drape cape, flight pole, and of course this here is the kryptonite spear. Again, doesn't light up. The Hot Toys one that I've got the armored, battle damaged Batman from BVS, and even that kryptonite spear lights up. I mean, you put the batteries into it or get it wired up, or get a fusion kit for it, but yeah, they really need to get these lit up. And because like the green is quite dull, to be fair. I'm going to take another look at the sculpt itself now, so we're going to kind of zoom in on that in a minute. But look, it looks incredible, and I love the way it looks on the shelf, and I really like that magnetic base, the sculpt, the suit, the proportions, and that wired cape. So the light is lighting up from the left side of this frame here now. It's obviously on the right side of his face, and his left side of his face. So the right side of our screen is in shadow, but yeah, it's a great sculpt. I gotta say, I'd probably give it a solid 9 out of 10. It's not perfect, can't quite put my finger on why, but yeah, this is a fantastic figure. Okay folks, that's the end of the video. Before I end this video, just want to take this opportunity to give a massive shout out to Lion Rock Toys. They're the Hong Kong based reseller that sold me this particular product. They offer free worldwide shipping, have a very user friendly website, and offer excellent customer service. Always do your own research before who you're buying from, but that's who I buy the vast majority of my figures from. Alright, so if you want to support the channel, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this particular product, and yeah, consider following me on Instagram and on X. That's it, that's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.